Hello students, hope you all have watched the previous video in which I discussed all the rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. I discussed in detail, uh, but in your syllabus for unit 2, you don't need to do all the tenses. So what I am discussing here is you have to do only present tense for changing direct speech into indirect speech in your unit 2 syllabus, and other tenses we will do in half yearly. So I am discussing it in detail so that it can be more clear to you. First is simple present tense. Simple present tense in direct speech changes into simple past tense. Means first form of verb or first form plus s or es changes to second form of verb. Clear? For example, this is direct speech. She said to me, I like chocolates. She said to me. As I told you, if said to is there, said to is changed into told when you change it into indirect speech. Said to becomes told. She said to me. Me will remain same. Don't write told to. Some students they write told to, which is wrong. Never use to with told. It should be she told me. Okay? She told me. Remove these quotation marks which are used in direct speech when you change it into indirect speech. Remove these quotation marks and this comma and use that, which is a conjunction. Then I, as I told you, first person pronouns change according to the subject, and subject in reporting clause is she. This is reporting clause. She said to me is reporting clause. So which is the subject here? She is the subject here, and I will change according to she. So it will become she. One more thing here, sentence starts from I like chocolates, but we have used the conjunction. Now it starts from here, so sentence is not starting from here, so it should be small letter. She s should be small. So whenever you do this in indirect speech, everywhere after that it should not be in capitals. Okay? She told that she liked. Like is first form of verb. It changes into second form of verb. Simple present changes into simple past. Okay? She told me that she liked chocolates. Fine. Next example is present continuous tense changes into past continuous tense. In present continuous we use is am, are plus first form by adding ing to first form. Okay. Then past continuous we use was, were by adding ing to first form of verb. Okay. This is the example of direct speech. He said children are playing happily. Are is used. Playing, play plus ing. So it is in which tense? Present continuous tense. So we have to change it into indirect speech. He said. Here said remains said. Why? Because no object is given here. He said. To whom? We don't know. It's only said. It's not said to. Okay. So said will remain said. Will not change the reporting verb. Remove these quotation marks and this comma and use conjunction that. He said that children, you are not supposed to change the nouns. You have to change only the pronouns or their adjectives. Okay. So, sorry. Children here is a noun. You are not supposed to change the nouns. It will not change. You will not use any pronoun for children. Children are changes to were. Playing will remain same because here also it's continuous and continuous. Happily. He said that children were playing happily. Third is present perfect tense, which changes into past perfect tense. Fine. In present perfect, we use has or have plus third form of verb, and in past perfect, we use had plus third form of verb. Direct speech, they said, we have done our duty. They said will remain same. Remove quotation marks, add conjunction that. They said that, we is first person pronoun and it will change according to the subject, and subject is they. They have will change into had. You don't need to change the verbs. See here also, first form plus ing we have not changed. We have only changed is, am, are to was, were. Okay, are changes to were. And here have changes to had, because here also third form of verb is used and third form of verb. So you need to change only this one. Have changes to had. Done, there. Our changes according to the subject. This is the first person, used for first person, so it will change according to the subject. It becomes their duty. Okay. Now, next example is present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. In present perfect continuous, we use has or have plus been plus first form plus ing. Fine. And in past perfect, what do we use? Had plus been plus V1 means first form of verb plus ing by adding ing to first form of verb. Fine. Direct speech, Tej said, I have been practicing yoga for 2 hours. Indirect speech, Tej said that, remove quotation marks, use that will remain said because no object is given. I will change according to subject, which is Tej. Tej is a boy, so we'll use he, and H will remain small letter. Okay, he have will change into had because been practicing. So it is already there in this in the direct speech also. So we need to change only have to had. So it becomes past perfect. Had been practicing yoga for 2 hours. Fine. Now next is you have these are the tenses that you have to change in direct to indirect. Next you have to change the models also. Can changes into could. Can changes into could. Rohan said to Neha, I can solve your problem. Indirect speech, Rohan said to changes into told. Rohan told Neha, remove these quotation marks and use that. That first person pronoun changes according to Rohan. Rohan is the subject, so it will change according to Rohan. Rohan is a boy, we'll use he. He can changes into could. Solve your is second person possessive adjective here. So second person possessive adjective or pronouns, they change according to the object. And who is the object? Neha. So for Neha is a girl, we'll use her. Her problem. Rohan told Neha that he could solve her problem. Fine. Now next is may changes to might. May changes into might. He said, I may go to meet Raman today. He said, No object is given. Said will remain said. That, remove these quotation marks, use that. He might, I will change according to subject. He may changes to might go to meet Raman that day. Now see these these changes. As I had given you the list, today will change into that day. So it expresses time. So the words that express time and place, they also change when you change direct to indirect speech. Fine. So today changes to that day. Fine. Now next is must changes into had to. Direct speech example. Priya said, I must do my work now. Priya said will remain said. No change in it. Remove these quotation marks and use that. I will change according to Priya, so it will become she. That she must will change into had to. She had to. Do will remain same. Do her work. My will change into her. Work now. It shows time. It will also change. Now becomes then. Then do does change into did. I said to her, my sister does not bake cakes. Its indirect speech is I told her. Said to which will change into told. I told her that. Remove quotation marks, use that. My. Now why my is not changed? Because I will use my for myself. Because when subject is I, no need to change first person pronoun. But if my is there, okay, so my will remain same. My and my am later will become small because sentence does not start from here. Sentence starts from here. My sister does will change into did. Do does change to did.